walnut lumber we have to work with for our bench. All right, this is a sample of what I'm drilling. I'm trying to get this side here to be at 10 degrees, and I'm going to take the offcut there and glue it on the bottom to give this some depth. So we have a little bit of depth for our slats or our spindles. This piece over here is the corner glue up that we have the first section going, and we'll see about making the curve. You can see the chalk marks on that is what we're hoping to create the turn. And so this is where the joinery of the arm rest would be, and this represents a joinery for the back rail rest. Outside side angle, the blue is the cutaway. This is the leaving on the mark. This is the top look. So this would be the backrest coming in, curving into the 2-inch armrest. First cut was the inside corner. And then the second cut I'm gonna make is laying this flat, and it's the swoop from the height of the low from the back piece down to the chair armrest. Okay, the third cut is this cut here from there to there, where we're cutting the back roundover of this into place. Okay, the last cut I'm gonna make is from the back rest, this curve to transition down to the armrest. So here's my glue up of these pieces for these transitional corners. This is a sample piece. This will be the arm over here on the left and swoop up until the backrest there. So I did this one to see if I could get it to work. So now I have the left side and the right side matching, and my glue up is the same. Now we're gonna cut this, see if we can get it to look perfect. This is the arms transition between the arm and the back rest. It'll be about a 45-inch piece of lumber there. Join here and come into the other arm down there. There's a prototype, our mock-up. Now, a little rounding, smoothing, we're ready to go. Okay, so to refine our corner, we want to come in about 1 inch. We're going to carve out this section in here that we have marked to get our swoosh a little bit. And then on the bottom down here, we're going to also carve this here and make that sweep a little bit more to go from 4 inches over here. So that's next. So I took my cut saw disc and finished my shaping in here. And did the pretty good sanding disc at 80. Now I'm going to come in here with the orbital sander. All right, so I have my rough cut corner. This is the left corner of the bench, and I'm going to join it to the back. So I have 36.5 inches for here, and I'm going to use dowel joints. So I'm taking my dowel and jig and putting it on the end of the backrest and drilling the 3 holes in here for my dowels to fit into, and they'll also go into the arm. So it's just a matter of drilling 2 and moving it over 1 and drilling the 3rd one. From these dowel points here, I made these 3 little dimples here. And now I need to drill the 3/8 inch holes in there to match this board. Okay, here's the dry fit of the bench and arm combo. So we have our dowels in, holding that. Next step is to glue that up. Then we can come in and carve out and get this, refine this a little bit more. Here's the sample dry fit glue up. So I've added 2 pieces in here that I've glued onto this piece. These are just pressure clamped with these guys here and here. So our backrest is now positioned on the seat approximately where it'll be. Remember, we have a 10-degree angle on the back of the seat to allow for our backrest to be sloped. And these slats are positioned approximately where they'll be after we use loose tendons to join them and shape them. So now I'm going to cut the domino holes into our slats so they'll be able to attach both top and bottom. And then after we get them positioned and confirm we like them, we'll add a little round over shape to all sides of them. Here's my helper Michael checking out our spindles before they're rounded over. We rounded over the spindles on all four sides and a little sanding to touch. So now I'm taking a big wide board and cutting off a 2-inch apron. It'll be for the front, the back, and the sides from this big wide, probably 12 to 15 inch piece of walnut. Cutting this here with a hand. With the Zuki saw, we'll be able to get the half lap that'll extend out here like this. That guy will fit in there. I've attached the arm extensions with a half lap here and extended. This will be smoothed out once we get it in frame, and the other end is the same. We have a half lap over here with the arm extension, and these things will be rounded over in the final production. I'm putting a notch in here for my leg for the bench, and it'll come down to this line here. On the other side, we'll have that at a 15-degree angle. The leg will go something like this and fit in here at that angle and be attached to the top right there. So I nibbled this out with the bandsaw. So I had to make a straight cut across here and here. So these are the little triangle sections that we'll have to cut out here. And so we'll get a little chisel and our flush cut saw and get to work on taking care of both ends for that. And I'm going to saw the bottom part a little bit. Now we get to a little chisel work to clean up the cut to get it nice, smooth, and flat. All right, here's the groove, our hole for our leg. It'll go something like that. Now we're working on the leg extension. So the leg is at 15 degrees. That creates this angle here to where the leg will come out enough to prevent the bench from tipping. So we cut a couple blocks, 15 degrees, to be able to hold this leg at that angle. And then we have this up here that will join up there. We'll do some dowel holes, and so we had to custom cut that. That's about 13 degrees. Side aprons, the legs will go against here and match this here, and we'll have a front apron on that side that'll hold the leg and the apron, and it'll extend all the way down to that end. Okay, so here's the bench. We're working on these legs. We have a dowel post in here, 45-degree angle there, 45-degree side stretcher. We'll come back in and either put screws or dowels to connect these two pieces so this leg doesn't move. And we have the 45-degree here to clamp to be able to get that to close. All right, so we're doing a glue up, clamp up for the back rail piece, the arm supports, and the front legs all at the same time. That looks pretty good. Then we'll come in and put in the aprons for the front. So now all the little long dowels that we put in, we're going to trim off, cut those off. And we do a little sanding, make it look a little better. That's where we are. So when I was cutting the notches for the legs, I had to guesstimate exactly where the notch was going to occur, and I overestimated that. But we have a quick little fix. I made these little cute little plugs that look like this, fit in here like that. We'll just glue those guys in, make for a nice, neat transition. So that's one way to fix your mistakes. So after applying a finish coat of Rubio Monocoat Pure, I added Carbon Method ceramic coating to give it a nice, long-lasting finish with the sheen.